Hello, Evolve Go community members.
As you know, we are here to help you navigate change. And what better way to do that than to invite inspiring guests on our show to share their experiences with you?
And I'm so excited because today we have Madison Fruitman with us.
And we always do the talking. So today we are going to have our guests do most of the talking. So Madison, if you would, please introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your business.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me, guys. My name is Madison Fruitman. I am an entrepreneur who runs a yoga business. I should say that my yang to life, my busy day-to-day life is working in television as a producer. And my yin to life has always been yoga, and I've been making the transition towards kind of that as my full-time career. I teach a group of students, virtually as of recently due to COVID, but also in person in different spots around the city, run retreats, and teach yoga in all different styles.
That is awesome. But how did you discover that passion for yoga?
I discovered yoga when I was probably 16 or 17, at a gym. Someone was offering a yoga class. I stepped in, fell in love with it. And like many people, I struggle with anxiety and found that yoga was this really amazing connection of mind, body, spirit, and a way to relax and kind of tune out of the noise of everyday life. So I fell in love with the practice as a student. And I joined different studios around the city until I became what's called an energy exchange student. So that means basically you clean a hot yoga studio for 3 hours a week, and in exchange you get unlimited yoga. And this became like my life. I was, of course, going to school and moving towards a career in television, but at the same time was devoting 3 hours of community work at these studios, meeting a really incredible community of teachers and students, and practicing, almost every day. And anyone who's practiced yoga will know very quickly you get this yoga buzz, this like high that's very difficult to describe until you do it, where it's endorphins mixed with your body feels amazing because you're stretching in a way that we never do. You're breathing in a way that you never pay attention to. And then you're relieving stress. You're kind of tapping into that mind-body connection, and it changes your perspective on day-to-day life. So that's the backstory of me getting into yoga. I did not plan on becoming a teacher. That was not in the plan for me. I went to Costa Rica with a friend to do a training, a 300-hour teacher training, and it was like a vacation. It was like, let's deepen our practice. And in the meantime, we'll get a certificate that says we can teach yoga. Cool, whatever. And it was a really intense, amazing training. And I came back kind of with a new perspective of what if I could make this thing that I love so much a larger part of my life.
A lot of times people tend to get in their own way, and there are lots of self-doubts and anxieties and stresses about doing something big like starting a business. Did you ever experience any self-doubt? And if so, how did you overcome it?
Of course, self-doubt. We all battle that on a daily basis, I'm sure. One of the things that especially young women or young people in general, I think have this like voice in their head saying, why would somebody pay to come to my classes or pay me to do something when I'm young and inexperienced? What do I have to offer? Although that voice definitely was present in the beginning, I did a lot of practicing with friends and family, and I did a lot of rewriting my narrative, if that makes sense. So you have to change that voice and say, actually it's not up to you to decide if you're good enough to do this, because once you start doing it, if people keep coming back and they're paying for your classes and they're returning every week and they're bringing friends and spreading the word and you're building a community, then, the value is obviously there, and you have to give yourself permission to turn that voice off because the evidence says otherwise. Having said that, before every class I would teach, I would definitely be nervous, have the self-doubt. And then, you know, after years of teaching, it's been 5 years, hasn't even been that long, you kind of get it down and you're like, okay, I got this. And then you do something really scary. Like I ran my first retreat last January, and it was like starting from scratch. It was like, what am I doing? Why did you get yourself into this? And you had to go through. So I think there's always added challenges, even once you start the business, even once you see, you know, amazing results, the more you go to the next step and the more you invite new ideas and new things into your business, you know, you need to take the tools from the beginning and reapply them, because you're never going to have this perfect self-confidence. Anyways, that's how I feel. I will say my advice for anyone who has self-doubt, and I use this in a lot of aspects of my life, I'm like an overpreparer. So, you know, for the retreat, for example, I knew those workshops, those classes, all the plans like the back of my hand. I practiced them on friends and family. I got feedback from people. So by the time I, you know, presented them to the people who had paid thousands of dollars to be there with me, I felt really confident that I had this like amazing product that was worthy of them. And so it worked out really well. So over prepare.
Over prepare.
That's awesome. What, like, was there a moment where you're like, oh my God, that's my moment. This is actually taking off. This is actually something and it's working, right? Because we get in business with those big plans that it's going to work. But at some point, it's like, reality is like, oh my God, it is working. I am doing it great. Like, did you have a moment that really, you know, stuck you and make you realize how great it was going?
Yeah, I mean, the moment where I actually felt like it took on a life of its own was when it was no longer my friends and family coming to my classes. It was complete strangers that heard about me through the community, that heard about me through other students, and that kept coming back week after week. And it, you know, it not only did I create a community of like-minded people, which was amazing, but it also felt like I had this group that trusted me and, you know, wanted more of what I was offering, and even had, you know, it was their idea to ask for a retreat. So it was like a really amazing, unexpected moment when the community came together, and it felt like I really created something.
That's unbelievable, especially the fact that you were doing such a good job. There was actually your clientele that recommended you continue to explore new territory and expand your business in a way that maybe you hadn't originally considered or hadn't felt like you were ready to do quite yet. Now, as you've been going through this process of starting your business, of establishing your business, of doing things like retreats, what is the biggest lesson that you have learned about yourself?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so cheesy. My cheesy lesson for you is, you know, if you actually are doing what you love and you are, you know, invested in the product, so to speak, and you put it out there, I learned about myself that I was able to even work that hard towards something that I liked so much. You know, so often you can kind of coast working for other people and doing little projects, but to have such a large project that required so much of me, I didn't know that I could give that much, and I could because I wanted to. So I learned that, and yeah, I learned that you can build something out of nothing. You can build a community of people, and all these things can fall into place with, you know, effort on your part, of course, but also kind of just serendipity in a weird way. And you just got to go with the flow. I never thought of myself as a easygoing person. I'm more of a like control freak, but turns out that when things are falling into place, if you kind of listen to your intuition and glide through it, it takes you on a journey and you can kind of follow it. If that makes sense.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it does. So how would you say your business changed your life?
Yeah, changing my life still. Just when I thought I got it down, COVID happened. I had to reassess how to teach, you know? It's changed my life because it's taken something that's so important to me, which was my yoga practice, and, you know, allowed it to be such a central part of my life. And, you know, I should say that I I started a business by accident. I did not mean to start a business. I started teaching in a space that I already had access to. I started bringing some people together, and it took on a life of its own. And now I am working more towards it like a business, where I'm, planning more retreats, growing the community, the numbers of people. And it's given me this new perspective that maybe this will be a future career, and I won't always do TV, half the time. So keeping yoga central and changing my perspective of what it is to work for yourself.
Phenomenal. So I know that you said you go with the flow, but you also said that you're a bit of a control freak.
Totally.
So I am going to go out on a limb here and say that you probably have a vision or some goals in terms of where you see yourself in the future. So where do you see yourself in like the future, or like 5 years from now, and where do you kind of see your business going from where it is today?
Yeah, for sure. Of course I'm a control freak, so I'm goal oriented, but I've found the retreats to be the most rewarding so far. Just an opportunity to really take people out of their day-to-day life and create this like sanctuary, separate space where they can focus on themselves. So my plan right now is to run probably more like 3 to 5 of those a year, as opposed to just 1 a year. And I'm hoping to go and start kind of looking around, whether it be Ontario or somewhere down south, and potentially, like, this is more like a 5-10 year plan, but potentially open a little retreat center, bed and breakfast combination, where I can have a place for people to come and yeah.
Neat.
Find me in. I'm there.
I know, the dream, guys. I mean, apparently dreams work out if you just work at them, so I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah, I'm a strong believer that dream come true if you work at it and if you believe in it, right? So Madison, you're truly an inspiring woman. I thank you so much for being here today. Your story kind of show us how you evolve as you go through, the whole starting a company based on the passion. And we want to make you honorary member of the Evolve As You Go community, has been one of our partner now. So we want to give you this digital badge that you will be getting, just to say you're part of our community now.
Awesome.
Again, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And we look forward to seeing how you evolve as you go and becoming part of our Evolve As You Go community. And I'm sure everybody else is looking forward to you posting when your next retreats are going to be, because I'm sure they're going to be full very, very fast. And to learn more about Madison and her business, all of her details are going to be in the description box below.
So if you know any inspiring entrepreneur that would love to be featured on our channel, please give them more information so they can send us an email at kimandkristencoaching@gmail.com.
As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe to our channel, or share it with somebody who you think would benefit from this.
Thanks so much, guys. It was really great chatting with you, and best of luck on your end as well.
Thank you. All right. Well, bye.
Bye.
Good one. Bye.